We have to recognize that anti-vaccine activism, which I actually call anti-science aggression, has now become a major killing force globally. During the COVID pandemic in the United States, 200,000 Americans needlessly lost their lives because they refused a COVID vaccine, even after vaccines became widely available. And now the anti-vaccine activism is expanding across the world, even into low and middle income countries. It's a killing force. Anti-science now kills more people than things like gun violence, global terrorism, nuclear proliferation, or cyber attacks. And now it's become a political movement. In the US, it's linked to far extremism on the far right, same in Germany. So this is a new face of anti-science aggression. And so we need political solutions to address this.
I think it's time to be more aggressive in pushing back on anti-vaxxers.
The next pandemic is here in the form of bird flu, and we need an immediate global lockdown until 2026 in order to contain this deadly virus. Now, today, a man in Mexico lost his life to bird flu, and I don't want any more people to lose their lives to this virus. And so, unfortunately, we will have to go back inside. We will need to lock down. We will need PPE. We will need masks. We will need to keep our distance from each other. And most importantly, we're going to have to come up with a new vaccine for bird flu. And yes, if you're not prepared to take that vaccine, then you should face the consequences, because this time we've learnt our lessons. We've learnt our lessons from COVID, and we cannot allow that kind of destruction and that kind of disobedience to continue. And so I say the World Health Organization must announce a global lockdown today. We must learn from the past, and we must do everything we can to stop this virus in its tracks now, before it gets to winter. We're lucky it's the summer. We're lucky bird flu is taking a slow spread. But this could get serious. And we've got 2 elections coming up. Yes, it's inconvenient, but we're going to need mail-in voting for those elections. I know it's not ideal, but it seems like mail-in voting is probably the best way to make sure everyone can vote safely and still resist the perils of bird flu.
In Health Check, Penn Medicine says it's created a human bird flu vaccine on the same platform as its COVID-19 vaccine. The experimental mRNA vaccine protected lab animals from severe illness and death for at least a year. In fact, all the vaccinated animals survived infections while all the unvaccinated ones died.